All right, guys. So we are back as usual from the Zoom interruption. So as we were saying now, in order to simplify our numerators, or our numerator rather, we need to group like terms and add them together. So Ms. Wason was telling us what the like terms would be if we group them. What would be the like terms?
Yes, sir. I was saying it would be 7M, take away 4M, leaving 3M, and then 8N plus 3N would equal to 11N. So we'd get for the answer 3M plus 11N.
All right, so in other words, for the positive M, we'll group the 6M plus this M, so we'll get 7M. And then we have this negative 4M here. Subtract it from 7M, it simply just get 3M. So that would be simplifying the M, or the N's. Now to simplify the N's, we'll look at what we have in the N's now. So for the N's, we would have 3N, positive 3N, and we have positive 8N. So these are two positives, so we simply would just add them together and keep the positive sign. So here we would get what? Plus 11N. All right. As Ms. Wason had said. And that would give us our answer, guys. Now, where there is no, once we are not able to simplify any further, we leave it as it is. Oh, this. All right, there we go. All right, so everybody is good with this. So moving on. Just clear what we have here. So that would give us our answer, 3M plus 11N over 12. Now these are some.
Sir, can you go back for a second?
Okay. There you go.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
All right, so these are some questions that I would like you to do now. And then we see how far we can get in them afterwards. All right, so I'm just going to give you about no more than about 15 minutes to complete this. All right, so as soon as you're finished, raise your hand and then let me start working them. All right, guys. All right, Ms. Wilson, you're finished?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, I was just about to give the others about 2 more minutes before we start. All right, let us get going since we're right here now. So for the first one, it should be pretty straightforward. What do you get for your answer for the first one? Anybody? So the LCM is what? What's the LCM for 3, 4, and 5, guys? Guys, respond, please.
60, sir.
LCM for 3, 4, and 5.
Sir, your next.
How much? What's LCM you got?
60. Sir, me? Sir, I got 60.
All right, so it should be 60. Now, if you want to be sure of your LCM, you can use what we call a table of signs. So we are the table of prime factors. If you use that, so let me just give you a quick idea how to do that. All right, so because there are times when we can just simply look at the numbers and know what the LCM is, but sometimes it is difficult to do that. So we may want to do a table, and then we put the set of numbers that we are finding the LCM at the top of the right column on the right-hand side. So we have 3, 4, and then we have 5. All right, so we list these numbers on the right side of it at the top of the column. And then now, in the left column, we start off dividing each of these numbers, if we can, by the lowest prime number. Now, the lowest prime number would be what? Anybody? What's the lowest prime number, guys? What's the prime number again?
Sir?
What's the lowest prime number?
What's the lowest prime in terms of all prime numbers?
Yes, in terms of all
2.
prime. 2, right. So you start dividing on the right-hand side by the lowest prime number. Whatever cannot be divided exactly by that prime number, you bring it down. So we say 2 into 3 cannot divide exactly by 2, so we bring down this 3. 2 into 4 can be divided, so we divide 4 by 2, we get what? We bring down what we get?
2.
So we bring down 2. And then now 5 divided by 2, we can't. So we bring back down the 5. All right, and then now we draw another line. If we still have numbers that can be divided by 2, we use 2 again. So in this case, we see that 2 there can be divided by 2, so we use 2 again. Bring down the others that cannot be divided exactly by 2. And 2 into itself goes 1. 5 cannot be divided exactly by 2. We bring it back down. Now, if we look next, we cannot divide any of these by 2. So we go to the next prime number. So after 2, which other number would be the next prime number?
3.
3. So we use 3. Do the same thing, divide what can be divided by 3 and what can't, we bring them back down. So 3 into itself goes 1, bring down that. 3 into 1, you can't bring down that. 3 into 5, you can't bring down back 5. Now, can 3 go into any of the remaining numbers? Can we divide 1?
No, sir, not without a remainder.
Right, so we go to the next prime number, which is?
5.
5, sir.
Right. And so once we have divided all of these and we have only 1 remaining below, then we stop there. And then now to get our LCM, all the numbers in the left column, we multiply those together to give you your LCM. So your LCM would be equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. All right. So whichever way you want to multiply it. So if you want to say 2 2's 4 and 3 5 15, 4 times 15, you would get 60, whichever way you choose to divide it. So that's how you can arrive at your LCM. If you're not sure, you can use this table using the prime numbers in the left column. All right, so once you have done that, next thing we are going to do now, we're going to say, what do we do to 3 to get 60?
So multiply 3 by 20.
Multiply 3 by 20. So our numerator going to be times 22 as well. So we're going to have 20x here. And then now keep our sign. What do we do to the 4 to get 60?
$15 times 4.
Right, so you can just divide 4 into 60, you get 15, so you times by 15. So this must be 15x of the numerator. And then what do you divide by, what do you do to the 5 to get 60? Times it by how much?
15, sir.
You times it by?
12, sir.
12. All right, so you should have 12 times x here. And now we can just simply add the numerators and simplify our fraction. And what would we get? 20x plus 15x plus 12x give you 1. Come on. 47x. All right. And so that would give you your answer for the first one. Did you get that, everybody? Raise your hand if you got that one correctly. All right. All right, good guys. All right, so let me clear what we have here. I'll move to the next question quickly. So question 2. Mr. Lamar, you want to walk us through this one? The LCM. Come guys, you have to move quickly.
Sir.
What's the LCM for this question 2? Mr. Lamar, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, continue now. Tell me what to do.
All right. Sir, I put 216.
216, where?
Cause the LCM.
Are you sure? That's not the lowest
Common multiple.
It's 36.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Menina. Yes, I'm gonna get on the wrong.
Not necessarily, but you'd have to simplify it down. So continue from here, Mr. Lamar. So now that 36 is the LCM. So we are saying, what do you do to 12 to get 36?
Sir, sir, you multiply 12 by 3 and get 36. Then multiply 18 by 2 and get 36.
Right, but we're working one fraction at a time. So if you multiply by 12 and you get 36, the numerator, which is 5a, must be multiplied by
Yes, sir.
how much?
2, 3.
3. So 3, 5, we will get 15.
A
15a. All right.
minus
And the next
14a.
one. So you would say 18 into 36. So you do to 18 to get 36. So times it by how much?
2.
All right. So you would have 7 times 2 give you 14a.
A, and the answer will be 1 over 36.
All right. Now, these are like terms in the numerator. So we just add, we subtract 14 from 15. We get.
Yes, sir.
What you get?
You get A over 36.
Or so you get A over 36. All right, guys. All right, everybody's good at that. Raise your hand if you got that one. All right, Miss Waysome. Anybody else? How about you, Miss Green? Miss Doherty? All right, moving on. Question 3, quickly. LCM, somebody, anybody?
2Q, sir.
2Q.
All right, 2Q. All right, so numerator now. What to do to this Q to get 2Q?
Multiply by 2, sir.
All right, so the numerator we get what?
2 times 2 is 4.
Okay. And so the next denominator is 2Q. What you do to 2Q to get 2Q?
Times 1, sir.
All right, so the numerator going to be 1 times 3. So the answer here will be what?
1 over 2Q.
1 over 2Q. All right, good. All right, so everybody should be on track so far. Question 4. What's the LCM?
15Y, sir.
All right, so I'm working it right in this little space here. So the LCM will be 15Y. All right. What you do to this Y to get 15Y?
Times by the 3.
To get 15Y? If you have Y and you want 15Y, what would you do to the Y to get 15Y?
Sorry, the 3 into the 15.
All right, so you're saying 3 into 15 goes what?
Five times.
But you can't use the numerator to go into the denominator, into the LCM. Remember, it's the denominator we're using, you know. So we have to say Y into 15Y. You're following that thing? It's the denominator that we're using to divide the LCM. So the denominator here is Y. So we say 15Y divided by Y give you how much? Look, right, if you have 15Y and you're dividing all of that by Y, what you have left?
By Y, sir.
Yes,
15.
exactly. So what you must multiply this 3 by?
By 15.
By 15. So 3 times 15 give you how much?
45.
All right, 45. So that's for this one. What about this one here? What you do to the 3y to get 15y?
You times it.
By how
5
much?
times 5. 5 by 5.
So it says 3y times 5 give you 15y. So in the numerator, you multiply 5 times 5, you get 25. All right, continue. What you do to the 5y to get?
Yes, it times the 5. The 4 by 3.
If you do it, just do it step by step, Dorothy, and so that you don't confuse yourself. What you do to 5y to get 15y? You times it by what?
Yeah, times 3, sir.
You times it by 3, right? So that means you're multiplying the numerator by 3. So 3 fourths give you what?
12.
12, right? Now, if we simplify the numerator by adding what we have up there, what do we get? If you have 45 and you take away 25, how much remaining?
20, sir.
And then now
So
you
that-
have another 12 down here, so what to do with them? 20 plus 12 give you what?
Give it 34, sir.
And you put that back over the 15y. And that is your answer. Raise your hand, guys, if you got that one correct. All right, good. All right, Mr. Lamar, are you still there?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so the next one we have here, what's the LCM?
Sir, 15Q.
Look at it carefully. 15 what?
Q. Oh, PQ.
All right, 15 PQ.
Yes, sir.
Can them come first in the alphabet? QRP.
P,
P.
sir.
All right. So now, what do we do to this 5P to get 15 PQ?
So you multiply it by 3.
Only 3?
What did I do to this 5P to get 15?
P.
Multiplied by 3Q.
All right, so that means the numerator must be multiplied by 3Q.
By 3Q as well.
All right, so 3Q times 3 give you what?
9Q.
All right, so what do we do to this 3Q to get 15 PQ?
Multiplied by 5P.
All right, so the numerator times 5P give you what?
10P.
Okay, good. Everybody got that one? Raise your hand, let me see. The screen? Did you get that one, Miss Green?
No, sir.
Do you understand where you went wrong?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Artie, you got that?
No, sir.
All right, but you understand what to do now?
I see where I go wrong, sir.
All right, let us do question 6. All right, so question 6 now. What's the LCM?
Six XY.
So the LCM would be 6XY. Everybody agree? All right, so what do you do to this? So we say 6xy for the LCM. What do you do to this 2y to get 6xy?
You times it by 3, sir.